Well, this one doesn't have any buttons, but it's a touch screen. You can play music, you can play Angry Birds. So you get a rush of happiness. But then over time, better phones are coming out. You get used to it. So it's time for another upgrade. It's skinnier, it's got a good camera, and it's white. You get this rush of happiness. But then over time, you get used to it. And you upgrade again. Why can't we just stay content? You just went from having no device to having a device 120 million times as powerful as the devices that landed Apollo 11 on the moon. Logically, you should be significantly more happier now than you were back then. That is at least what is promised by the theory of hedonism, which is that happiness and well-being is achieved when pleasure is pursued and change is avoided, as defined by Lycan Intelligent in the article, Happiness is a Stochastic Phenomenon. Most of us submit to the idea of hedonism without even realizing it. Not only is it a lifestyle, but a God-given right, the life of pursuit of happiness. If only it were that simple though, because centuries of philosophical insight and psychological research has revealed this side effect of hedonism, as described by Enlightenment philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau, who famously said this: "It's become more cruel to be deprived of conveniences than possessing them is sweet." Your smartphone is a perfect example. It becomes more cruel now to be deprived of your smartphone than it was when you received it, rather sweet. So you have to maintain that rush of happiness by continuously upgrading. This phenomenon is known as a hedonic treadmill. Think of yourself running towards a goal, that goal being lasting happiness. And once you get there though, you get used to it, and you set your goal further. And you have to keep running and running and running, like you're stuck on a treadmill. Today I will inform you about what drives the hedonic treadmill, on what the treadmill's implications are to society and as the individual as a whole, and if you want some alternatives, how to step off of the hedonic treadmill. The hedonic treadmill is primarily driven by the human brain's ability to adapt to emotional and situational circumstances. This can be a good thing, especially for the recently handicapped. A 2005 study done by Isabel Beal showed that the lives of multiple people who became paraplegics became equally as fulfilling, even to the point of before their injury. Especially a professional basketball player had to quit his career. Eventually, though, his goals adjusted, and he was able to return to a life of happiness. Conversely, on the other side of that spectrum, we saw in the iPhone example how adaptation can lead us to not be so fulfilled with our lives. And this happens on an even larger scale. In a journal published in 1974 by Robert Easterlin, he explains that the median income of people in developing countries has been steadily increasing, but our level of fulfillment has remained stagnant. In this graph, between 1995 and 2005, median income has tripled, even when adjusted for inflation. But level of people who reported to be very happy remains at 30%. So this raises the age-old question: does money buy happiness? The country of Bhutan doesn't think so. It's a small Asian country that converted to GNH as opposed to GDP in 1971, which is gross national happiness to measure well-being. Studies show that we have a set level of happiness, and that the good stuff happens, we get used to it. The bad stuff happens, we get used to it. So the question remains, how do we raise our set level of happiness so that we don't get trapped in this hedonic lifestyle? Let's examine the pros and cons first. It's been studied for centuries and centuries whether or not hedonism is a good or bad thing. Those who support it say that it drives innovation. Without mankind's pursuit for pleasure and the eliminance of pain, there wouldn't have been the drive to innovate to the point we are today. In fact, modern medicine and smartphones are all thanks to hedonism, when you think about it. Because hedonism has allowed man to progress and to survive, many hedonists, like Henry Sedgwick in his book The Methods of Ethics, argue that hedonism has allowed humans to survive, and therefore it's part of our genetic code, and it's a good thing. But here's a little thought experiment. Are there things that we value more than pleasure? Imagine you can plug your brain into a machine that gives you unlimited pleasure for the rest of your life. It's like you're on a constant high. Life's ups and downs would be replaced by a constant series of ups. You'd live a life of no pain, but it would be indistinguishable from reality. you could sign up for such an existence, would you? This was a question posed by philosopher Robert Nozick in his book, Anarchy, State, and Utopia. And some of you guys would be like, why not? It's like a life of unlimited pleasure, why not? So you might just be thinking hedonism might be for me. But if you said no, then you've unveiled the fundamental flaw of hedonism. And that is that we value things other than pleasure, including truth, authentic human connection, and others. Humanist psychologist Abraham Maslow theorized that man's pursuit of pleasure is too fixated on their basic needs and ignoring actions for further human development. In fact, on his hierarchy of needs, he states that we usually just focus on our needs for physiological needs and safety needs, and don't even think about our need to belong, our need to fulfill our own human potential, and our need to feel accomplished. Maslow also believed that hedonism presents a paradox. Actively pursuing happiness can ultimately seem fruitless and unfulfilling. Happiness should instead be treated as a side effect of good deeds. In the words of Nathaniel Hawthorne, happiness is like a butterfly. If you chase it, it will elude you. But if you sit down quietly, it will perch gently on your shoulder. At this point, if you're leaning towards the anti-hedonist camp, let me allow you to offer some alternatives so you can finally step off of that hedonic treadmill. Let's go back to the country of Bhutan, which is mainly composed of Buddhists who practice asceticism, which is the avoidance of indulgence and refraining from excess. Psychologist George W. Burns investigated that asceticism is the main reason why most Bhutanese are happier than people in developing countries. Some Bhutanese live strictly off of what is needed for them to survive, but as a student at Cal Poly, all you simply need to do is free up some space to get rid of those time suckers throughout the day so that you can practice mindfulness during the negative spaces of your life. Bhutanese people also are big adherents of religion. In fact, a recent study done by psychologist Graham Music showed how churchgoers live longer, healthier lives than non-churchgoers. In fact, the correlation was so strong that going to church may actually be more beneficial to your health than quitting smoking. The three Abrahamic religions offer meaning, preaching service to a higher purpose. And because of this, it is often linked with altruism. Altruism, or the act of doing good deeds, has shown time and time again to produce a more lasting and meaningful sense of happiness. By doing good deeds, you may find that happiness will perch on your shoulder like a butterfly. As freshmen in college, it is finally our time to control our destiny, whether that means to buy a new iPhone or to finally begin that lifelong quest for fulfillment and lasting happiness. But be aware of your ability to adapt that has us running on a hedonic treadmill. Be aware of our natural desires that produces positive and negative consequences, and that there are alternatives available if you choose to step off of that hedonic treadmill. Now get unstuck, take a deep breath, and take those first steps towards finding a fulfilling life.